Here we go. Steve, so great to see you. Everybody, Dion Mishler here, Inside Sales by Design and leader of the AA-ISP Orange County Group. And we are going to give you a super awesome, brief, intense commercial for our upcoming chapter meeting on Tuesday, February 4th. So thank you to Carrie Ransom for hosting us at OC4 Ventures. We're looking forward to it. And Steve, super excited that you're here and leading us through this amazing content super fast. So real quick. Let's talk about what are we going to be talking about, right? Give us a little bit about you, and then what is this whole thing about strength-based approach?
Sure. So Dion, thanks for having me here. I really appreciate it. First of all, maybe it'd be helpful to tell everybody who Gallup is for people that don't know what they're involved in. I think everybody's heard of Gallup from the Gallup poll. You can read about Gallup snippets of the poll in the USA Today. They have a world poll and also US poll to get public opinion. Gallup transitioned in the 80s into more of a management consulting company, human capital development, leadership development, etc. They're well known for their two books, What the World's Greatest Managers Do, First Break All the Rules, and they're also known for Now Discover Your Strengths. Gallup has the Q12, which is an employee engagement survey that's widely used around the world that can help see how engaged employees are. They're the ones that publish the statistics that people always quote and say about a third of the employees are not engaged in the workplace, et cetera. So that's who Gallup is.
Very
What
nice.
we're going to be talking about is StrengthsFinder. And StrengthsFinder is a wonderful tool that lets people discover what they do best naturally and puts a language to it so that people can have that aha moment and put a definition on, hey, that's why I feel like I'm really good at these things. And this is why maybe I'm not so good at these other things, right? Because there's a whole spectrum of strengths. And StrengthsFinder is an assessment. It's about 177 questions. You have about 20 seconds to answer each question. We're not going to take it in the course, but we will be giving away some books that have the StrengthsFinder codes in them. So that'll be a lot of fun for the participants. And what I'm going to do in the session is give people a flavor of what strengths language is so they can actually apply it in the workplace. I'm going to tell them why it's applicable to the selling process and boosting their sales. We're going to talk about a little bit about some truths and myths around strengths so people can take advantage of strengths and avoid some of the pitfalls. We'll also give people some clues to talent so they don't necessarily need to use StrengthsFinder to try to discover their own talent or other people's talents as well.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. And so share with us a little bit about how this can help us.
Sure. So I'll give you I have some compelling statistics.
Yeah.
And being that memory is not necessarily one of my strengths, I'm going to read off some of them. But the beauty of actually using strengths in the workforce, right? First of all, it helps you discover what a talent is. And the talent is a naturally recurring pattern of thoughts, emotions, or behavior that can be productively applied. That turns into a strength when you invest in it with a little bit of skill, knowledge, and experience, right? So it becomes a strength, and people will gravitate towards certain strengths that they use and certain personality types and certain things that they just don't develop for them that isn't innate or natural. But the reason it works in a sales environment is people that implement strengths in the workplace have experienced between 10 and 19% increased sales, 14 to 29% increased profitability, and 8 to 18% increased performance overall as an organization. I'll share with you also some attainment to quota numbers and other sales performance numbers that work well in a sales environment. But if you were to ask me what the ultimate beauty of strengths is not only the individual knowing themselves, but the manager knowing how to talk to and coach and motivate the employee. It gives them a foundation for a discussion that can be incredibly positive and incredibly productive.
Absolutely. I think that's amazing. So what is a good way for folks to get in touch with you maybe prior to the event if they can't make it? What's a good way?
Sure. So if they'd like to, I'm always open to LinkedIn invitation. I'm happy to connect with you on LinkedIn. And you can also reach me at my workplace email address, which is steve.dozier@infomagnus.com. And Infomagnus is INFOMAGNUS.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Steve. And we'll include a link that everybody can register and come. You're going to get, there's prizes to be had. So, and not only that, I think the statistics that Steve shared are very, very impactful. I think we're all trying to get better. We're all trying to hone our craft. So come for an amazing speaker, some great content, some door prizes at a great location, and some great networking. So thank you, Steve, for joining. We really look forward to your presentation and kind of guiding us through some of this content in just a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited to share. Thanks, Dion.
Perfect. You bet. Thank you.